Hello, hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited. It is finally time to be diving in with Leah Griffith. We have her here.
Hello, friends.
Oh, happy. We have Leah here today, and we are going to be diving in and talking about her new book, Cutting Machine Crafts. So, Leah, introduce yourself for the very few people that do not know who you are.
Well, that's not true. Well, my name is not Lisa Griffin, just so everybody knows. I don't know. People call me that all the time. Yeah, I have a website, leahgriffith.com, and we talk about handcrafted lifestyle. We create projects for everyone to make. We like to create projects for the beginner. We also have, things for advanced and intermediate as well. But we like to create beautiful things that you can enhance your life with. And that's kind of what this book is about too.
Yeah. So the biggest thing, I met Leah last year at the Cricut offices, and we have had such a great friendship. I love seeing Leah. I love hanging out with her, and she's truly an inspiration. But I do have to say, for someone that's also a crafter, her projects are so styled and so defined that it kind of intimidates even me. So today, I really want to dive into talking about her methods, because I think not only do I have things to learn from Leah, I think you guys are going to really enjoy learning from Leah as well. So I will be watching the chat. As you guys join in, please let us know what questions you have for Leah. I have planned a few out that I think everyone would like to know, but we would love to hear what you guys really would like. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's a little 6 o'clock here on the East Coast, 3 o'clock Pacific. So just guys.
Oregon on the West Coast-ish, sort of.
Yeah. So Leah, Cutting Machine Crafts, you've been creating on leahgriffith.com for how many years?
5 years.
5 years creating DIY die cutting projects, which have been amazing and fantastic. And the book has just launched. When was the official launch date?
May 1.
May 1st when this book went out. And thank you so much for a copy. We have been loving it around the office, just flipping through, guys. There's so many amazing projects for everything. We've got things for special occasions, for the home, apparel. What else is in the book? What can people expect once they get it?
So we split it into 3 different sections. The first is home decor, and then the second is for kids, things that kids can do or you can make for kids. And then the last one is celebrations. So the thing that's a little bit different, I started using the Cricut machine about 4 years ago when they launched the Explore. And before that, I was hand cutting everything, doing everything with an X-Acto knife or my scissors, which that's a good method too. But it kind of limits you, and it's a bit, time sensitive it takes a lot more time. So when I discovered the Cricut machine, it totally changed my life, and it changed my workflow and how I would create projects for the site. So one of the things that I thought was a little bit unique to me compared to a lot of the other people who use the Cricut machine, which what they do is amazing, is that I'm not a card maker or a scrapbooker at all. I've never done that. It's not even in my realm of understanding. I don't know how. So the way that I use the machine is really more for home decor or apparel, and I'm not the only one, of course, but this is really my focus and my direction. So that's what this book is about. It's about bringing the Cricut and changing the way your life looks, every day. Like right now, I'm sitting on a pillow with, here's my vinyl. This is actually from the book.
Yeah, that's an amazing project. And not only does Leah take and create amazing projects, looking at the photographs in this book and how well Leah and her team styles these projects, truly inspirational. We love it. And let's clarify something real quick, Leah. We're getting a lot of questions because everyone knows you as the paper flower crepe paper queen. Is there flowers in this book, or is there another one?
Well, yes, this book does have a couple of flowers. This book, because it is Cutting Machine Crafts, it was to be kind of a beginner's guide to any of the machines. So what's in here, you can use a Cricut, you can use a Silhouette, a Brother, a Sizzix, any of the machines that take SVG cut files. It has to be the newer Cricut, of course. This book will work for that. So we had to pick projects that were universal across all those machines. So we stuck with vinyl, iron-on, and paper. And that would just be, like more of the printer paper or the cardstock paper.
Definitely.
Our second book is Crepe Paper Flowers. That's the name of the book, Crepe Paper Flowers.
Love it. So just for everyone curious, when will that book be launching?
So that one is actually on pre-order on Amazon already, and August 7th is when it gets mailed out.
Love it. And you just mentioned, oh, go ahead.
I'm going to tell you just a little secret, just between you and me, Tanner, right? So there is a Cricut Makeathon that you will not be at. You're going to but if any of you who are listening are going to be at the Cricut, we're going to have the second book as a sneak. You could buy early, 1 week early at the event.
I love that, and I think people are going to really find that super valuable. So yay for everyone going to Cricut Makeathon. Leah is coming in clutch with you guys, a little sneak peek. Love that. Leah.
Flowers, yeah, there are some, like you can see there's the hibiscus here, and then we have this little flower thing going on. Two of my, I would say my peony, my paper peony, but it's the frosted paper, it's not crepe paper. So there's no crepe paper in this book. The next is complete crepe paper.
I love it. So you're telling me that this is a perfect book for all of the beginners out there that is maybe just got a die cutting machine, maybe just ready to really take it out of the box. Is this the book for them?
I think so. A lot of the projects are so simple, and the thing that we do so well, this is the Leah Griffith brand, is when we design something, we teach you exactly how to make it. So we go step by step with a photograph. I like to see photographs. I'm not much into reading. I'll be honest. So we show you exactly how to do it. And that's where we have found, our readers and the people who follow our site just really resonate with what we offer because we're right there with them. It's like we're sitting there crafting with them.
Definitely. And what I love about the book, before you even start with the projects, if you open this book up, just for anyone that's like curious, before you even get started with the projects, there's going to be references and really breaking down each die cutting machine. Like check out this right here. If you are really wanting to know what machine is right for you, Leah really goes through each of the, the top machines in the industry and breaks those down and lets you have a little insight from her experience with 5+ years working with die cutting machines. I love that. Even before the projects, do you want to speak a little bit more on what you get with all of these references for the tools, the tips, the tricks? Because I think the projects are amazing, but I think these right here, these little pieces, these little paragraphs talking about templates, using SVG files, I think this is going to be perfect things that the beginners really need to grasp.
Yeah. I'm sort of all right, so I've been using the machine for 4 years, and then I also have 4 other people on my team who use the machine. So collectively, we have a lot of experience and knowledge. We've had, we've made mistakes, we've tried different things, we've tried different hacks, and we feel like we understand the machines pretty well on what works and what doesn't. So I'm sharing all that information here in this book, kind of our tips and tricks. And then we also go into what's our favorite paper crafting materials? What's our favorite vinyls, our adhesives? So we go in and talk about each of the materials that we use throughout the book as well as the tools.
Yeah, so speaking towards tools, you just launched an amazing lineup of tools this year, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a little info on that?
Yeah. So we partnered with Fiskars. Or Fiskars, but they say Fiskars, so now we say Fiskars, okay? Potato. Anyway, so we teamed up with Fiskars, and we have a little designer set of 52 tools. And of course, we have our scissors. We have our little micro scissors. Yeah, there's a few of the pieces. Ours are all that dark, kind of rich teal color. Uh-huh.
Love the scissors, love the colors. Check that out.
Yes. And that particular scissor has the word create on it in script. So that's kind of a fun little extra thing. We have cutting mats, we have stamps, punches, all kinds of different fun tools that we can, integrate. And so the ones that I used, I actually put them in the book. I put the little tool guide in this book as well.
I love it, love it. So guys, if you're thinking right now, I need this book, the first link in the description of the video right now is a link to go ahead and purchase it on Amazon. And Sylvia just left a comment that said the Kindle version of the book is $2.99 on Amazon. That's insane, sold. So if you need it, this is
like 60 files. So 60 cut files. I mean, that's almost free. So
yeah. So you're telling me for every project that we've been showing them, talking to them about, they're going to get the SVG file as a little compliment.
Well, yeah, everything in the book is included. So there is a code in the book that you can go type in. It will take you to a page on our website that you can download all of these files.
Love that. I think that is amazing because with all of the different resources that you're giving in the book, 60 SVG files, these are not, just regular projects you would find on Pinterest. These are the top of the line SVG files that you and your team have developed. And guys, I don't know just thank you, Leah, for being able to provide this because we love it and they're going to love it. One of the things we were talking about before the show was, for me, looking at some of Leah's projects, like this project right here, being able to style and cut out all of these right here. Leah, do you want to talk a little bit about how you pick your color palettes and different things like that?
So funny thing, this book, we talked to the publisher asked us to write this book. It was their idea. We thought it was a great idea. They had done their research and saw that I do a lot of Cricut stuff and that I do a lot of SVG pop-up. So when we sat down to plan this book, Anna, who styles with me, we had just come back from Germany and we had been at the Paper World and Christmas World and what's the Craft World. In Germany, that's where you go and see what's coming up in trends and styles. So we had made notes of everything that was trending there, which usually takes about a year or so to get here to the US, or some of it is over here. One, for instance, is the unicorn. So we have unicorns in this book. So we know exactly. Luckily, this book came out so fast; it was published really quick. So we knew exactly what trends we wanted to hit, what color palettes that we were seeing over in Germany. This book the color palette is all the way through. So we did sort of this soft millennial pink, the sagey greens, the very, a little bit more soft muted colors to that book. We have a whole section on Christmas back here. Of course, you guys can use whatever colors you want to. This is where you can get creative. But there is no red in our Christmas. We did pink.
I love it.
It just gave it a different flavor, and gave, even if you don't do that color palette, it might get you thinking on, oh, you know what? My favorite color is seafoam blue. How about if I integrate that into my Christmas? So, yeah.
Yeah. So with the past, for the past few years, as you've been die cutting, what is the biggest challenge for you? I know you're always developing new projects, but when you're sitting there ready to make a new project, do you ever feel overwhelmed on what you could create with it? Because I think, for me, I think there's so many different things you can create. What would you tell people that may have just got a machine and they're wondering what project to start first from the book? Is there one that you're like, this one is a perfect for you?
Yeah, I would probably suggest start with some paper because paper is very forgiving and it's relatively inexpensive. I think once you get a little bit more comfortable, the vinyl and the iron-on, which is, it's a little pricier because it's more of a permanent material, that might be a second round.
Yeah.
Cutting out a shape like these monstera leaves are gorgeous. And you can cut one out and there's 20 different ways you can use them,
Yeah, there's been so many amazing projects with taking these that are on the cover and creating some garland for any luau themed party, any type of summer get together would be perfect to create, right?
Have to show everybody that page. This is probably, I mean, I have a lot of favorites in here, but this is one of my favorites. And that is our, okay, we have several spreads, so I'll show them all. So we did navy blue and pink and these stagey greens in a luau party, just because we wanted to try something different in color palette rather than that really bright. So here's our little cupcake stand. We did the lei with the same flowers, and then here's our spread.
Oh my gosh, look at those colors and everything there. It looks like we were able to cut. I mean, I'm seeing so many different things.
Yeah. So, and this is just cut out leaves laid on the table. And then you put your plates on top of them. We stacked the leaves with the flowers on, put the garland through here. So it's just gorgeous. This is what I want my birthday party to look like.
You hear that, all of Leah's team? This is her surprise birthday party goals, just to let everyone know. That's what we're going to do for Leah. Oh, Peggy, thank you so much for ordering. She just got a Kindle copy.
Peggy, let us know. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a few people that have purchased the book, but they didn't know where to get the SVG files. So do you want to let them know a little bit more into it?
Yeah. You go to page 12.
Page 12 is the secret number, guys. So just head on over there. I know everyone's antsy to get it.
And I'll tell you, it's under this section called SVG project templates. It's under templates on page 12.
Yeah. And to be able, guys, I love, I'm pretty young, so I don't read books a lot. But for me, being able I feel you. Being able to hold this book for $13 and the 60 SVG files, I think it's worth it because you're going to have your iPad, your tablet with the SVG files open. I would still want to be able to look through the book and be able to see the pictures so that you're able to reference it as you're sitting. So this is a really great book. And the publisher, it's such a soft book. I love it.
Oh, it's so soft.
It really is.
It feels to me like one of those really nice magazines that you get at the store, and it's the same price. I mean, you can pay up to $24 for one of those magazines. This is perfect, and I wanted it to be that way. I wanted it to be something that you felt comfortable opening up, flattening out, and using. Not just, it's not a coffee table book. This is a book.
Yeah, you're going to be able to dive into this. And what I love is that with a magazine, those things are only there for a quarter. They come out with a new one every single quarter. This has projects for all year round, for everything, for your kids, for your home, for the holidays. It's going to be really awesome. So
I had all of Martha Stewart's magazine. I had all of every issue. So just saying, I like it.
We have Jill asking a question. Hi, Tanner. Can you ask her if there are different projects in her book that's different from her membership, which Jill is a member of? So you want to define your membership versus the book.
Yes. So just FYI, should I tell them this? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. This is for the Tanner audience. Well, maybe a few people know. We wrote this book in 3 weeks. Now, you have to remember that it's like 5 years cumulative knowledge times how many people, right? So it's not like we just whipped it out of nothing. But we had to pull together all these projects, make the projects, photograph them, photograph all the tutorials, write the book in 3 weeks. So what we did is we took some of our top projects and kind of reset them and reworked them. So there are some crossovers from our site, but there are some unique as well. And we want to make it valuable for people who already have a membership. That might be your $3.99 Kindle version, because that way you get your value out of that. But again, if you are a member of our site and you have these projects, you might want a paper copy because it's kind of fun to have it in front of you as well. So what do you think as far as some crossover?
I think there's actually very little. I mean, there are projects like, hi, by the way, I'm Emily. I
Oh,
work
yeah.
with Leah.
Emily, okay, we have to pause and introduce Emily at this point. Emily.
Oh yeah, we actually do have almost identical t-shirts on today.
And I love that Emily just pops out of the corner. So guys, even though Leah is so down to earth, she actually has an amazing team behind her, and Emily gets to work with all of the fun that Leah gets to do. So Emily, introduce yourself now that you're here.
Yeah, so I work with marketing and PR here at Leah Griffith Media. So I get the great job of being able to tell people all the fantastic things that our makers and Leah are making. So it's a very easy job. It's an easy story to sell. I think there's very little crossover, and like Leah was saying, some of the designs that might look familiar have been slightly tweaked and then used in a completely different way.
So, for instance, this pillow here is completely unique in that we have not done this pillow on our site, but because we wanted a whole unicorn section, and we have 3 weeks. So, but then there's a part of the unicorn section here.
Melissa Garcia just purchased her copy, and it'll be here on Friday. Yay! Thanks, Melissa.
These little guys are on our site, but the pillow's not. So you see what I'm saying? So we tried to make sure every single project had multiple uses and was used in a way that you hadn't seen it before.
I think if you remember,
but none of the photographs are the same. We rephotographed everything.
Yeah.
So
you certainly wouldn't, as a member, you certainly wouldn't pick up the book and feel like you've seen it all before. You would definitely be getting some new project files. You'd be learning new ways of using some of our older, most popular files. So, and particularly for the price, you're still getting really good value.
Yeah.
So I think the moral of the story is that Leah and her team is just working to give so much value. I mean, I think that's what it is. It's about value, stretching the creativity beyond just one type of project, taking a unicorn and giving a whole new spin about it, and all kinds of fun stuff. So Leah and her team, truly amazing already, as you can see on the website. So it is super fun. Oh, Jill just said, thank you. Great. I will pick up a copy now. Yay. We love it.
It's fun to look at. You can sit, down at night and get ideas of how to make a new project the next day.
Totally. So what is the main thing, Leah, to master working with a die cutting machine? I know that's a big answer. That's a big question. So
I think this is how it is across the board for me as a creative in a world of electronics. And I'm a lot older than you, Tanner. So I started creating way before electronics. I feel like if we can get our brain around the electronic side of what we're working on, it makes our life a lot easier. And I would say this is the same for me in photography. Once I learned how to use my camera, no problem. I can shoot anything I want. Same with the machines. Once you feel comfortable in the software and take some time to really learn the software, then you can do anything. Like the sky's the limit. You don't have any limitations or questions or confusion. So I would say take some time to learn. And I know Cricut has some really great videos on teaching people how to use the software better.
Yeah, and shameless plug, we do have e-courses over on our site to teach. So just plugging everything. We've got Leah's membership, we have our membership, we have the book, we have courses. We're here to help you.
On Craftsy too.
And Leah has lovely courses on Craftsy. We've got everything.
Yeah, on the Cricut machine. But so the point being is there's a lot of places that you guys can go out and find information on the software itself. And I think once we have that down, then it's about spending the time and energy on the creative process.
Yeah.
Feeling nervous or afraid of the technology in front of us.
Yeah. Definitely. What is there anything that's big that you want to let people get across with the book that we may have not touched on? I love that this has been more of a creative chat. I feel like I know we've went kind of all around the book, but is there anything that we may have missed out on that we forgot to touch on?
We talked about this right before. So the book, we talked about in the beginning, it has kind of, I guess I would say a glossary of different machines and different terms or different materials, and et cetera and so on. Then it goes into each project, and each project has the step outs. And now, just to be clear, this book does not teach you how to use your machine. It teaches you what to do with the machine, right? Or projects, or how to work with the materials. Then the cool thing is, because Tanner said this to me before we got on the call, how do you pick your colors? How do you curate your color palette of papers and vinyls and whatever else you're using? So in the back of the book, right back here, and this was actually the editor's idea, and it was absolutely brilliant. We have every single project. We list exactly the paper, the vinyl, the brand, everything, the color, so that you guys, if you want to replicate what we did or see, kind of our method of color picking, all right.
How awesome is that to have that reference guide for anyone at home watching and wondering how we can pick out those perfect colors to make sure that we create the project exactly the same. Donna just commented, ordered both books. One will be here Friday. Woo woo. Patty just said, hi from Florida. I just ordered my copy just now. Yay. And Patty just also said she loves resource books. So thank you.
So, and also every single project, so here's one of my paper flowers. I did the anemone in this book. So each chapter that has each project, materials and tools are also listed. So just the general materials and tools you'll need for the project. And then in the back, exactly what type of paper.
The brand, the shade, the size that you'll need, everything is in the book, back of the book. We love that. So Leah, I now want you to pull up what you said your favorite project was that you have in the book, because I just want everyone to see it because I love it.
So yeah, again, this book was a team effort, and we all jumped in and made this happen as quick as possible. And we really put a lot of heart and soul into it. We wanted it to be amazing, not just let's slap it together and get it out there. We have 3 weeks. It's like, no, this has to be perfect. That's just how I roll. So, because once it's published, it's published. You can't just delete it and upload.
You can't edit in a blog post. It's not that.
Yeah. So this particular project, it's a project I did a long time ago. This was one I did a long time ago, but I wanted a different version of it. So I reworked it a little bit. I reworked the file a bit and made them smaller. And I sat and worked on this probably for a full 2 weeks, because I did it in between. So I'd be out, doing a photograph or running around doing something else, and then I'd come and sit down and glue some more strips on. So it was sort of my project that I did when I needed to sort of take a Zen moment and just craft. So, but I did a few of the projects in here, but this one in particular lasted the whole time.
Definitely. And if you want to bring it closer, I just want everyone to see how many different shades of paper that was really being able to give it that realistic look. It really comes together, and I honestly can't believe it's made out of paper and that you made it by hand. That's amazing.
Here's the thing I would say. Cutting the paper is the biggest time consumer. So if you can cut all this on your machine, that cuts most of your work down, right? Then it's a matter of kind of folding the papers and then gluing them on. And it is time consuming, but it's not difficult. But once you have it made, this is something you'll keep for years, and you'll use it in different ways. So it's really a keepsake, and it's something that you can feel really proud of. And I think that you pointed out something about the color palette. I have always felt like on a thing like this, whether it be flowers or greenery or even other projects, when you mix colors like that, you give it the depth.
Yeah. And that's something that I think you're amazing at. And I think that's why, for me, I need this one right here to be able to have on my craft space, to hold it, to look at, to see the process and the techniques. It's something really awesome. And Nellie just commented, very sophisticated. And I think that just represents you so well with being so detail oriented. Patty said that's awesome. Ink Clips also said that is so awesome. They're loving it, Leah. And this is just, guys, a sneak peek into 60 of the projects. This is the first one we have showed up close. You will not be disappointed with this book. So like we've said before, the link is the first one in the description if you're interested in learning about Leah's tools. The second link is a link to Leah's shop. and you can check out all of her tools and some of her papers, which we really love. And we're super excited.
Just FYI, the tools in our shop, we just selected a small group that we use for mostly paper flower making. Then if you want all the tools, you can go to joanne.com.
Okay.
Carrying most all of them. They're supposed to have all of them. I haven't checked to see if they're all online yet, but they have a good section. Yeah.
That is awesome. Leah, what else would you like to tell everyone watching? Is there anything that, you have a YouTube channel of your own where you upload amazing tutorials. I love watching them. So what else? Oh, we have a question. Patty says, and these are projects we'll be using our Cricut machine. I missed the beginning of the chat. So yes, Patty was asking, are these projects we'll be using our Cricut machine? And do you want to clarify what machine these projects work with?
So this book in particular is all SVG cut files. So if some of you don't have a Cricut, you might have a Silhouette or a Sizzix or Brother or whatever some of the others. Anyway, as long as your machine will upload SVG cut files, so specifically the Cricut Explorer and Maker are the only two Cricuts that will upload SVG cut files. The older ones will not. So any machine that uploads this book will work.
Love it. That's a great way of explaining it. And we have Alicia, who is a very loyal follower of my YouTube channel. Love seeing your face here, Alicia. She's asking Leah, Alicia is going back to school to get her bachelor's degree in fine arts. Her question is, did you go to school or take classes to learn these skills? Are you self-taught? The color schemes are amazing.
So guess what? I have my bachelor in fine arts. Yes, I was a graphic design major and got my BFA. The school that I went to had a really wonderful, varied program, so I got to do the painting and pottery and some of the fine arts as well as the graphic design projects. But let me remind you, that was way before computers. So it was, I would say, a good maybe 8 years into my career that I learned how to use the Mac and learned how to use Illustrator. So yep. So that's how we design all of our projects in Illustrator.
I love it. And I think,
Girl.
Oh, say that one more time. I think it cut out.
To take the Illustrator class seriously when you go do that one. It's a good one.
Yes, I love that. What is there, we just have, I'm a member of Leah's community. So many things for us to make on her site. Yes, if you are new to die cutting and you have not seen Leah's website, go over, check it out, browse. You're going to be so inspired. I love everything about Leah's site. But one thing that I really am obsessed with is that when I first met Leah, she told me a story about, did you make your own prom dress? Or she made her own prom dress, and I think that just shows that she's been creative her entire life. So I just am blown away. Do you not wish you had a Cricut back in the day?
Yes. Okay, funny thing. So I made my own prom dress, but I also used to make all my clothes in high school. And it was partially because my parents were artists, and so we were like the starving artist family, right? But I wanted to be stylish too, so I had to sew. It was a great thing. Funny thing, my cousin was here this weekend. She brought her kids. She has a 6-year-old boy, and Oliver. And Oliver, she was telling me how he would draw and he would cut out things with scissors and make his costumes from paper and staple and whatnot. So I gave him a tour of the craft room. He was telling his mom he wanted to buy a Cricut machine. Left, I gave him a Cricut machine.
Oh, I love that.
He had to share photos of his projects with us. That's his own. He needs to do to pay me for that machine to share his projects.
I love that. Inspiring creativity, one Cricut at a time. Am I right?
A Cricut for you, a Cricut for you.
Alicia just says, oh. Alicia says, oh, yay, this motivates me more. I'm so excited to get creative. Thanks, Leah, and love you, Tanner. Oh, yay. We love it, guys. So thank you so much, Leah, for your time today. I love that everyone's getting kind of like an inside scoop on all the details of the book. I really appreciate it. and we are super excited to support you. I know everyone's super excited to check out all of the amazing things you all are up to. And again, we will have 2 different links below for Leah. And if you're watching the recorded version, still leave Leah some love so she can go back and look about it, because we love it. Jennifer just said, Leah, love you. I use your crepe paper for flowers with my maker.
Good. Ask her if she has shared photos with us yet.
Okay, so tell Jennifer, is there a hashtag? How should she share photos with you guys?
Made with Leah, and we do watch, and we actually do a lot of sharing of other people's projects. So hashtag Made with Leah, and also if she didn't hear earlier, the Create Paper Flower book is coming out.
It's a pre-order now already on Amazon. So if you go onto Amazon, hi again everybody, and search Create Paper Flowers by Leah Griffith,
and it will pop up.
It will pop up, and you can pre-order that now. It's publishing August 7th, so.
Yes.
Something to look forward to.
And it's probably on sale right now. They always do kind of a pre-order sale.
I think
it comes and goes.
I don't know. Go check.
Yeah, go check.
I love it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us as we break down Cutting Machine Crafts by Leah Griffith. We are so excited to have her. Be sure to check out the links below. After this broadcast, Emily is going to email me all of the links that we talked about today so we can add those in for you guys. But again, the first link is to the book right now. You can order on Amazon. And the second link is to her shop with her top favorite tools. So if you want to get all of the tools, head to joanns.com. But thank you guys so much. Enjoy your Tuesday. Leah, is there anything else you want to say?
I miss you, Tanner. You need to be here and hang out. We can do a live together. Everybody who wants that to happen, give us a heart or something.
I love it. So thank you guys so much, and we will chat with you guys very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.